44-point margin. Parfitt, Stanley, able to take on Viney, got rid of him. Buse went with speed, couldn't control the football. Viney sends it forward a little, just lost control of it. Buse has his kick partially smothered. Salem, he never took it cleanly. Neil Bullen, Harms, Viney, Oliver, over the top. Now to Harms. They continue to work forward. Pickett looking for another. Kick the first of the night. He's got two. Quick response.
Oh, that's better. A bit of connection, bit of run and link. And that was what Geelong did to Melbourne in that second quarter. Run and link, run it through 50. Don't kick it at the Geelong defence. Some chains of handballs happening. Pickett ends up on the end of it.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
This is better from Melbourne out of a congested situation. Had the outnumber, got some run and carry, run at the Geelong defenders, make them second guess, which they had to then. Eventually free up Pickett. And that's exactly what the Cats did in the second quarter to the Melbourne defence. They just haven't had that connection forward of centre tonight, the D's. Can they get it going a bit more?
Oh, brilliantly done, Joel Selwood. Just danced down and look at Cameron. Devastating play from the centre for the Cats. They've had incredible scoring opportunities out of their centre clearances tonight.
Right on it. Right on it.
So quick on the lead.
15 gone.
Great play by Joel Selwood. Never over kicks the ball, Joel. Just places it out into space. And that's perfect if you're a leading forward. It gives you more time to get separation.
Always going to be an incredible addition, wasn't it, to put Jeremy Cameron into this talented side. Good effort, but just to the near side. We know he's missed 2 patches of 5 games with hamstring injuries, but he looks as ready for a finals campaign as you'd hope he would be.
Henderson just drifted in. There is Jeremy Cameron. Atkins. Stanley had a runner. Kolajasny. Leading leader to the race was Dalhouse.
Those last couple of forward entries, they've had leading targets and they've got Lever up out of that defensive area. And he hasn't been able to defend on the lead.
Dalhouse too close to Atkins. Runs away from McDonald. Now to O'Connor. Henderson. So they've gone the long way round.
Move it on. Play on. Stand. Play on.
O'Connor puts it in a dangerous spot. May flew, knocked it down. Harms, Langdon. Bowie back to Langdon. Squeezes the kick. Henderson cuts it off. Talked so much about how he thought his career was over at the end of 2019. Recalled.
Race, Max, hold the meter.
Suddenly, another finals campaign awaits.
An effort from Lockie Henderson. He's arguably playing the best foot he's ever played too. He's incredibly important to this Geelong side. His Harms just directed it to Viney. Viney couldn't keep it in.
Race, Max, hold the meter.
Amazing coaching record. Premiership coach in his first ever season. He's chasing a second all these years later. They've been so consistently good. They're going to take some beating. The Cats, no doubt about that. Here's Hawkins. Close calling for it. Langdon over the top. Petty went to the voice, which was Salem. A little too hot the handball.
Melbourne rush. To your left. Tom, Max. Here we go.
Tactic to get Max Gorman back there regularly to defend. That was kicking from Holmes. In the way it was May. And this is the Melbourne that we've seen so much this year. Well set up in defence, and then they are able to stream forward, although the Cats Just halted them in their tracks. So change of directions on. Out wide to Langdon.
Play on.
Closed down by Cameron. Over the top, Neil Bullen.
That's up 5. That's up 5.
Lever realises he's got a few metres and takes them. Drives the ball inside 50. Max Gaunt, little kick. Holmes got an important hand onto it. Atkins weaves through traffic, does well. McDonald, smother, Harms, collects, gives. Now Oliver takes a little heat off the kick. Brown lost his feet, but somehow kept his head, got his hands in the right spot. He can look at his second.
Thanks, Tom. That's your line, Ben.
Little kick here, Brown, just that left foot gave way. So one straight for Ben Brown tonight. Comes back enough too. Got the last couple. 33-point game. And Richo, however it plays out from here, what you don't want to have is your worst loss of the year going into the finals. We talked pre-game about their biggest loss being 20 points, but that second term, everything had been pretty good until that ridiculous run.
Yeah, and again in this third quarter, I mean, they're not being blown out of the water. I mean, 3 goals to 2. It was only really that 20-minute patch that hurt them, so they've just got to keep persevering. G. Oliver up to 22 contested possessions now, 30 disposals already. And he went 15 minutes in that second quarter without touching it. So that's incredible when you think about it. Just a ball magnet.
Down by 33. They won the first term and they're winning this third term.
A bit of ice under the eye there for Jed Buse. He's pretty relaxed about it all. Guthrie, a fantastic ball winner he's become recent years. Menegola strong enough to get through the tackle. Got it back to Parfitt. Dalhouse. Umpire said that's fair. Arms. Strong tackle from Rowan. Rivers trying to get it out to Lever. Confronted by Close. Strong enough Lever to just ragdoll the smaller body in Close. Parfitt sliding in. Dragged it back under. Arms taken in a Menegola tackle. And umpire Matt Stevick, one of the best in the business.
Let it go. Who's up, Reece?
On the scene. On the hands of Petrarca. Atkins, standing start torpedo. May. It's a good battle of strength, isn't it, when you see Hawkins and May in a one-on-one contest there. 3 powerful units.
Hang on, Buzz. Who's up? Tom. Max.
Vaughan got enough of it. Harms couldn't get a kick. Kicked Dalhouse instead. Dalhouse looks okay.
Max.
Stanley very athletic in the air. Guthrie in the Hawkins direction, skips over a few. Salem had to be quick, put onto the boot. Now the foot race is on. O'Connor did pretty well. Sparrow's tackle was good. Smith happy to step over.
You just look down at the ground at the moment, and
Hang on.
Lockie Henderson's always that last man in line. They've always got the back 6 holding, and I think you just got to go man on man and not push an extra up around the stoppage against Geelong, because it's too hard to get through. The Giants did that when they won down here a few weeks ago.
Nicely done, Lever.
Just played man on the Geelong defence.
It's a brave kick that might come unstuck. They have to take risks, and it's the right option. Good tackle. Sparrow made it good. Bailey Fritz really hasn't been sighted at all tonight. Runs to 50. Open goal square. Can he bounce it home? He's missed to the near side. So he's an outstanding year, Bailey Fritz. 7 goals last week. 6 goals for the year coming in. He and Tom McDonald really struggled to have an influence tonight. There's two of their really important forwards, Richo.
Yeah, Tom McDonald's a real connector, likes to get up the ground and just hasn't found any space tonight.
Cameron failed to fly, got himself set, and then just got a little too close to the man in front. So you'd think a pretty content coach's box right now.
Absolutely.
They're never content.
Well, they're less angry than normal.
That's true.
The Cats have not been on top at any point this year. Live ladder, they are right now. Minor premiership, as we know, up for grabs tonight, and the Cats have done a mighty job. Hawkins, there's a few to beat, somehow forced it to the ground, did well. Downer sort of flicked it to him, didn't quite work out. Rivers ran out of room, so put it over the top to Alex Neil-Bullen. The Demons win the term, but the Cats are leading by 32. 1v2. Port Adelaide awaits the loser. The Lions be hosted. Where? Who knows? Geelong 12-3, Melbourne 6-7. Cats by 32, the final change.
If it stays the way it is, 32 points is the margin. They're over to the Adelaide Oval to play Port Adelaide. That'll be a serious challenge, but we know this is a very good group. They've had more home and away wins than they ever have in the history of Melbourne, so they'll back themselves in regardless of where they finish up.
Look, you know they're going to win the footy. You know they're going to win the contested possessions and clearances. They've been doing it all year. It's just been that forward of centre tonight, which at times this year hasn't quite clicked, and it hasn't quite clicked tonight. But they do so much right, Melbourne, that they'll be bouncing back next week.
Perfect bounce to start the last term. Big Max put one hand out into the chest of Petrarca, and at the back Pickett. So centre clearance is always a big factor, but tonight we've seen a lot of scoring opportunity direct from this part of the ground.
2 metres, please. 15 gone. Thanks, Joel.
This man here has made the most of his opportunities tonight, Cozzy. So exciting to watch him in full flight. Directly in front. Cozzy's got 3. So we really did break the game down, and it's a 15-minute period where the Cats went ballistic, kicked 8 unanswered goals. Aside from that, Melbourne really, on every measure, have won the night.
Look at the worm that Champion Data provide, and it is, you can almost circle, what is it, 17, 19 minutes of footy.
Which sort of came from nowhere.
Yeah. So 4 of the last 5 now to Melbourne. 26 points the margin only. An 8-goal run in the second term, the first of the third. Other than that, Melbourne have been absolutely competitive. How do they play out this last home and away term? Gawn, little one to Harms. He went over the top. Selwood tried to close it down. Petrarca, Gawn and Oliver, the big 3. Through the middle they go. Towards half forward, full forward territory. Kolodjasny, little give was good. Atkins, set upon by Brayshaw. Did he get a foot to it?
I could not tell.
Yeah. Right. Hey, couldn't tell. I think he's got a boot in the end.
Just got his boot to it.
Grace.
Could have been deliberate though. Played that against Oliver in the last quarter. Similar reaction.
Little chance here for Petrarca. Didn't hit it as he would have liked, so Brown has to wait. Fritsch quickly in his direction, couldn't take it cleanly enough. So suddenly there's this
urgency there.
A real sense of momentum for the Demons. As we said, the last 3 of the match and 4 of the last 5. Margin's still a healthy 26, but momentum seems to have swung.
I'd love to pitch one here. The D's. Oliver's got the first access to it. Here comes Neil-Bullen. Underground handball was clever. Petrarca. He looks really sharp all of a sudden. Back to Rivers. Langdon. Centering kick. Can Brown take a contested mark? A lot of defensive numbers back there. Spargo got it. Back-to-back goals to start this last term.
Just get it to the top of the square, get a contest, get it to ground level. It's what the Giants did here a few weeks ago when they had an upset win. Just don't let the Geelong defenders mark the footy, get it in deep and get them under pressure. And there's a bit of light there now.
That sort of last round where
Anything.
just been extraordinary.
Didn't quite kill the ball there, Henry, and Spargo reacts a little bit quicker. Cats defence under pressure. They need to send a clearance here now, the Cats, just to relieve a bit of tension.
Been 44 points a couple of times tonight. They've kicked the last 4 of the match, 5 of the last 6, as you can see on the screen. And suddenly, it's just a 20-point margin. Gawn again. Gets involved. Rivers knocked away from him. Dalhouse quickly. Simpson a fumble. Time to gather. Didn't though. Oliver almost a sort of throwish type action. Lever gets involved again. Tries to get rid of a couple of Cats. Harms couldn't make it quite work. Myers thought about the left. Did in the end. Went long. Hawkins. May. Plenty of discussion with Stephen May and the umpire.
What's up for my hand back? I'm behind you. Rux, Max, Tom, back here, guys.
Max Gawn all of a sudden a big factor, giving first use. Melbourne midfield. Hawkins with his strength. Neil Bullen winning the clearances consistently. Bounces. Jackson fell over at an inopportune time. Brown did pretty well to keep it going forward. Can Spargo get hold of it? Tried to flick it back out. Jackson. Well done the Cats though. Won a really good 50-50 ball, but there's big Max Gawn. He has done that so well all this year. When they've needed him in defence, he's there. When they've needed him to push forward, he's got there as well. Now Spargo, all of a sudden a couple little gaps open up. Brayshaw thought about Viney. Now pulls the trigger in the corridor. Jackson, great contest. Unlikely rover. Ben Brown got a push in the back.
Tassie kick, push in the back. No, Tassie kick. Back there. Back to Ben Brown.
Come back to Ben Brown, but
Time back on, Stan.
Melbourne really have got all the momentum. Brown dumps a long ball down. Bailey Fritsch launches. Over the head, Henry content to see it over.
Who's up in the ruck? Luke, Reed.
Melbourne have owned the term. 25 disposals to 6, Richo, in this term.
5-1 clearances.
Importantly for the D's, 2 goals. Maybe a chance here for Pickett on the left. Can't kill it. Back enough.
It is more urgent. Cats need to just slow the tempo here, and this is an opportunity for them there from a kick in. Just take a bit of heat out of it for 30 seconds to a minute.
A unique privilege. You can really hear the players' conversations out there, and I can hear the Cats defenders saying, get on Pickett. They're just sensing that these are really important minutes all of a sudden.
You can see Jeremy Cameron, Isaac Smith just saying, settle it down.
May takes front position.
Pushing the back, May.
So unrealistic
May.
attempt.
Again.
Gary Rowan, Stephen May gets moving quickly. Rivers through the corridor. Brayshaw wants it out wide. He's got a little lead from Pickett. He's going to head in that direction.
Back 2 metres. Stand.
What can Cozzy manufacture from there? There's a lot of Cats defenders to work their way through.
Play on. Me.
Jackson. Ben Brown, the big targets. Jackson, really well done. Spargo could have gone to Oliver out wide. Decided to go inboard. Viney took on the tackler. Can Oliver get a goal from there? Oh, he's got it, Clary. 3 unanswered goals. The D's are right back in this. That is extraordinary. Deep breath for Chris Scott. We didn't see this coming either, Richo.
We didn't see it in the second quarter with the Cats, and the D's are doing a very, very similar thing, smacking them around the ball. It's 34 possessions to 9. 14 contested possessions to 5. They just got that into a dangerous spot. It got out the back. All the Cats got sucked in there. Oliver was the man that just waited out for that handball. Great finish around the corner. The ball got out the back of that Cats defence again.
So the last 5 of the night to Melbourne, the last 2 of the third, and the first 3 here in the last term. 44 points. It's been whittled down to 13, and Sparrow an important grab with Buse.
7 clearances to 1 this quarter.
Who's at home from a Demons perspective? Chance McDonald, hands on it. Spargo looking for another. He has! Can you believe this? It's a 7-point game.
Unbelievable.
About that.
It's
Who
just
is writing the scripts?
contested footy, surge footy, get it in, get a contest.
Good go. Really worked hard.
Spargo's kicked 2 now in this quarter. Unbelievable out of the middle. Max Gawn, he has lifted.
This becomes a real issue all of a sudden. Reece Stanley, nobody contact. Max Gawn dominating. They're dominating out of the centre clearance.
6 disposals this quarter, Max Gawn. 3 clearances on his own.
Unbelievable scenes here in Geelong. This game was over, but no one told Melbourne. Big centre clearance coming up. Why wouldn't you go to Petrarca? Strong enough to hold his strength in the tackle. Back to Max Gawn. He's all over it, Max. Big, long driving kick. McDonald underneath it. Almost took the mark. Ground ball there to be won. Oliver, look at the effort. Really willing himself onto the contest. This is extraordinary. Melbourne have just manufactured all the momentum.
And the forward line that has struggled a little bit is suddenly just winning some crucial one-on-ones, getting it to ground.
Oliver again got a really important hand
Holding the
in.
man. Geelong.
So a little bit of a
Mark
pressure
Blitzard.
valve relief.
Mark. Yeah.
Stand.
Blitzard, I imagine he's just going to want to slow things down, put his hand up and take some time here.
Stand. Help.
Good man to choose in Selwood in a crisis, and he chooses his mate Hawkins.
Stand.
So the Cats kicked 9 in a row, led by 44. Since then, 7 of the last 8 to Melbourne. In the pack, flying high.
Holding the man. Melbourne. Stephen May.
Stephen Mate goes back to him. Dragged
Agree
again.
there, danger.
He was off to the races. May at halfback. Picks off Bowie.
May's won a couple of crucial free kicks, won the footy back for his team.
Petty to Salem.
You won't see 42 touches to 12. Can't get their hands on it, Geelong.
7-point game, stakes so high. Host the Lions at a ground you choose, or travel to Adelaide and take on Port Selwood, taken high. Cats a chance here to go forward.
Stand. Player. Play on.
Collar Jasny happy to work it over the top. Now to Simpson. Gets a little more complicated down the line. Back to Henry. Across to Smith.
I reckon they've nearly got it shut down now, Melbourne. They might have to go long down the line.
Isaac rolls onto his left. Loves that long ball. Well done, Lever.
They did well then, Melbourne. They shut down what Geelong wanted to do, that tempo play. Now they've won it back.
Suddenly it's the intercept marking game that Melbourne have done so well. Lever to Viney. They look so much more dangerous. going forward. All of a sudden, Melbourne is Max Gawn. Chips it in the Bailey Fritz direction, but Henry read it really well. So plenty of time left in this game. 4 unanswered goals this quarter. Last 6 goals of the game, Melbourne. And the stakes are enormous, Richo. Home final that you can
choose your venue almost. It's what it's going to be, I think.
Yep. Or Port Adelaide. Massive. Sense of urgency. Tension. You can just feel it in the ground. The players are acutely aware of exactly what it means. Blitzarves did well. Clean possession. Hands it off to Simpson. Langdon, good tackle pressure from behind. Put the one mid out.
Cameron one-on-one, Das. They get it in there.
Oh, Hawkins didn't see it. It was the kick. It was on to Petty. Now they fold back. Myers punches it low. Beautiful pickup. Jeremy Cameron. Petty rode the tackle well. Harms under pressure. Bowie. And steady head of Stephen May. And they can reload here, the D's.
Salem with that left of his, but he was looking for a man who lost his feet, and that was Fritsch. Kolodjasny now to send the Cats back inside forward 50. Low ball, well weighted, couldn't have been any better for Cameron. Magnificent kick. In the right pocket for that deadly left of his.
Thanks, boys.
So Jeremy Cameron to settle the nerves a little, to stop the run of 6 goals to the Demons. Around the corner, woodwork hit.
May drives a long ball. Henry, Bailey Fritsch tunnel balled it out. Umpire let it go. Blitzarves surrounded by Demons.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jackson down to Petrarca off the side of the boot and lands right in the lap of Isaac Smith. Interestingly, it was
fat side open here for Hawkins.
That's where he heads. Cameron at the back. Oh, brilliant Mark Lever. Really getting his eye in. Melbourne have got the game on their terms at the moment. Out to Pickett. Will he take on Blitzarve? He's going to get rolling. Bailey Fritsch out the back. Can Cozzy get through? He takes the full measure of a run. Fritsch has got his man underneath it. Henry good enough to score from here. Bailey Fritsch almost run down. Kicks the goal. 5 unanswered this quarter. What about this game?
What about this season? What about this round?
Just unbelievable. So Bailey Fritsch, who hasn't been able to get involved at all, kicks an extraordinary goal. 2-point ball game. Unbelievable. 7 unanswered goals.
We'll take it back to this intercept mark by Jake Lever, a contested intercept mark. He got the switch. They got a fast play happening. Good use of the body by Fritsch, but take that back to Lever. End-to-end stuff from the D's. May and Lever in this last quarter been really good.
So how does it end? Ball to be won. Guthrie good. Reece Stanley uses his pace, pinches a break. Deep ball inside 50. Rowan has it knocked away. Chance for Dalhouse. 3-point game.
Short one to Rivers.
Stand.
Look further down the field. Rivers decides Ben Brown's his man. Blitzar's defending. Selwood took on the tack. They got through with just sheer will.
The pressure.
Enormous heat around the contest. Good tackle from Henry. By Matt Stevic right
No opportunity.
on the scene. So Max Gawn just taking a well-deserved break. He's going to be a massive factor, you feel, in the last 9 minutes of this game. Oliver. Harms goes short. McDonald searching lead up the ground. Heads in the Fritz direction. Harms got back. Couldn't complete the mark. Max Holmes. Clever little kick. Atkins sliding in, and McDonald sees it over.
The Cats led by 32 points at three-quarter time. In the history of this club, 203 times the Cats have led by 5 goals or more at three-quarter time. You know how many times they've lost at this ground?
Never.
Once.
Once.
West Coast 2006, 5 goals or more at this ground.
It's that kind of day, home.
It's that kind of a weekend, isn't it? You just don't run the Cats down at this ground with a big lead, and the Demons are doing a great job of it. Can they finish it off? Can the Cats find a way to hold on?
It's their hunt around the pack this quarter. 26 contested possessions to 12. They're just all over Geelong.
The skipper runs into Guthrie, curls it around the corner, but finds Saylor.
Getting connection now too, forward of centre.
So Gawn sees a couple of things he likes, chooses Brown, second, grab at it, finds a way. So Ben Brown looks at his third, and if he can find it, the Demons are in front.
We didn't see that connection. Now they're getting it, they're all over it.
They trailed by 44 after Rowan kicked the second goal of the Cats in the third.
Just make sure Ben's line is long.
Ball use this quarter at 87% Melbourne.
After all the football, all the minutes, all the training. 7.5 minutes of football decides who is the minor premier in 2021. Live Ladder has the Cats on top. And they stay there for now.
Long free kick it is. Right on the last line to Blitzar's. So Joel Selwood went off with his customary blood rule. Surprising it's taken this long to get a bandage on that Warrior's head. He'll want to get back out there quickly. Men at goal. Are they prepared to pull the trigger? Lever's back there patrolling, and they really haven't got their shape right at the moment, Geelong. Men at goal wants Hawkins. Strength of May, and the numbers back here. Well played. Hacked it forward. Now a chance. Something for nothing. Oh, 2 Cats collide. Cameron's down. Jeremy Cameron and Henderson have collided, and they're still picking themselves up. Can you believe that? It was almost going to be a certain goal if they had got the communication right. So it's unraveling a bit here for the Cats. Petrarca's got it.
Langdon on the fat side of the ground.
Hasn't seen him, Petrarca. He's still out of. Petrarca just didn't look up. So now he transfers it out to May, who was able to push down the ground with a couple of bodies behind him coming out. Oh, brilliant mark, Sparrow. It wasn't intended for him, but he grabbed it anyway.
You know what? Well done, Ed Langdon then. He pushed in to that bat side of the ground. He didn't get used. We were talking about it. There's that big collision down the other end. Costs the Cats a potential goal. But he didn't just stand there then, Langdon. He then turned around and hit up at the footy, and it actually opened up this space for Sparrow to go back in and take that great mark.
Started as a sub 6 times this year. He's only got the 7 career goals in his 24 games. If he can nail this, it'll be the biggest of his career by some margin. Sparrow pushed it across the face of the goal. And look how desperate Tom Hawkins is.
Hawks back there defending.
Boys, that was a really big collision between Henderson and Cameron. Both players were seen to by the doctor out on the ground. They waved him off though and are taking their place in this contest. But as we know, no pre-finals bye. If there's any kind of 12-day concussion protocols, it'll have massive implications on a final series.
Thanks, Abby. Well, we've got Joel Selwood still in the hands of the trainer. In fact, he's just got to his feet.
Dangers on the bench as well.
So a couple of the key playmakers trying to get back onto the ground. Tom Atkins keen to get involved as well. Less than 5 minutes of the home and away season for these two sides. They came in 1 and 2. 2 points separates them. Saw the clock there, just under 8 minutes. Dangerfield's been on the bench now. Close tried to feed it off to Parfitt. Brayshaw made sure he didn't.
There's the ladder. Line of premiership up for grabs at the moment. The Cats are hanging in there by 2 points. What a courageous performance this has been by Melbourne. Regardless of the outcome, it'll fill that man Simon Goodwin with great confidence. There they end up. Brayshaw toe pokes it towards the line. Good decision from the umpire.
Port come from the clouds and make the Dogs vulnerable. The Lions jag something late, push the Dogs out, and now we're down to this.
Both ruckmen fall over. Max stands back up. He's had a little rest, and Parfitt, fresh air swing. Guthrie's handball partially smothered. In comes Atkins, trying to get a handle on it. Parfitt back to Isaac Smith, tumbles it down the line. Hawkins and May. Dalhouse through his hands. Oliver's been enormous. Dispossessed. Myers can close pick it up. Here's Gary Rowan. Went to the voice. The voice was Oliver. Salem now. Hands it forward. Big Max has been huge. Big kick down the line. Henry's got his name over it. Brilliantly done. Harms bouncing out the back. Fritsch gets it to Ben Brown. He gets boot to ball. O'Connor leads in the race. Harms gives chase. Nice work, the Irishman.
Well, that's a big win.
Huge effort and a beautiful kick to Blitzarves. Had to be perfect, and it was.
O'Connor had to be so clean and not lose his feet, and everything was absolutely perfect.
Massive play by O'Connor. I thought he was under siege. I thought he was going to get run down. He had some good lateral movement to create a little bit of time for himself.
The pack forms and close.
Stand. That's you, Fleary.
Bowie pleads his case against Hawkins. Umpire having nothing of it.
Play on. I'm here. You. Stand.
Isaac Smith receives from close, looks back, might retreat. Short ball is on.
Gee, you want to be careful. One turnover here could be the game.
Play on.
And with it, the visit to the Adelaide Oval against Port Adelaide. Hold on, the Lions.
Deeks have got to man this up. I think it's under control now for them.
Play on.
Petrarca, exhausted, heads towards Smith. He heads close to the boundary line.
I'll go Fleary.
Just an extraordinary scenario. 2:25 left after everything in the home and away season. And we're still yet to decide the minor premier. Will there be a hero? Petrarca, Dangerfield. We've got some of the best in the game out there. Acutely aware of what's at stake. Hawkins slaps it down. Can they find something here? Over the top of him, Rivers. Picked up by Newball. Eventually Simpson got a handle on it. Now Parfitt sliding in over the top. A little crudely, Max.
Geelong.
So Brandon Parfitt. Happy to take a bit of time. Guthrie wants just the required journey, Richo.
They've got a loose back, Henderson, that they can use, and they will.
Not 15's the call. Petrarca's run him down. Back to Henderson. Nervous moments. Minute 43 and counting.
So it doesn't look like the Cats want to score. They just want to hold it now.
So the short one finds Menegola.
Stand, Alex. Play on.
Through the middle, the Cats come. Back with the flight, Brayshaw. Somehow Petty got a hand to it. Gary Rowan was important. Harms finds a loose ball. Atkins puts the tackle on. Oliver, sidestep, not once but twice. Back by hand. Viney, the cute little kick to Brayshaw. Corwers play on. Cameron got left behind. Brayshaw's handball to Oliver. Asked a bit of him. Back it comes to Brayshaw. Little one down the line to Salem.
Came off the bench, Salem. At the perfect time.
Now Salem towards half forward. McDonald's been quiet tonight. Petrarca had a look at it. Dangerfield crashed into Simpson. Ball in dispute. Guthrie picked it up. Gave it to Selwood. And he finds the boundary.
Gee, I thought he was going to play deliberate for a second then.
47 seconds remaining. Can Melbourne score from here and claim the minor premiership?
Geelong are getting numbers back. Rowan's going back. Blitzar's is back.
Maxi out the back. He wanted the voice of Oliver. Salem over the top. Did he drag it under? Matt Stevic. He's a calm head.
Max Reese. Thanks, mate.
So Max scored.
So now May's pushing forward.
Slapped down by Stanley off the ground. Brayshaw, and he kicks it over the line. Precious seconds. Oh, he's paid insufficient intent to keep it
Max on the
in.
line or outside?
Wow.
You're trying to keep it in to win the game. You're trying to push it forward to win the game.
Unbelievable decision. It might be the game right there. Guthrie can send it long down the line.
Big Pack chases after the football. It's out of bounds on the full.
And 50. He's paid 50.
Well over.
Patrick,
45
Patrick,
out.
come out.
The call was well over the boundary line and didn't need to do it.
Wow.
Get on the mark. Thank you. Here, thank you.
So how do they find a red and blue jumper? Lever. Happy to take a little off it and just hope Gore's there.
What is going on?
Chris Scott is out of his seat. And it comes down to this. Season 2021 and a captain's kick. Not since 1964 have Melbourne ended the season minor premiers. They've done it 9 times. 8 times they've won the flag. 1 kick. And Melbourne are minor premiers. Just like that. Try and script it. Try and write it. Try and believe it. It's happened.
In the final quarter to finish top on the ladder at Geelong. They've come back at Geelong, Melbourne. What a win.
Unthinkable. And what about the pressure on Big Max? He's not always been the most reliable kick.
He nailed it.
Brilliant effort.
What about that last 30 seconds? A bit to unpack there.
Played deliberate and you thought, well, that's it.